You wrote a great deal about your quest for perfection in earlier parts of your life. I wonder, where did that come from? I think that affects a lot of women, and they'd like to know
definitely
where that came from for you.
Well, I know where it came from me, and I think it is, you're right, true of many women. My father, in particular, objectified me and made me feel that if I wasn't perfect, he didn't know he was doing this. He was a good man, but I always felt I wanted to be loved by him, and that if I wasn't perfect, he wouldn't love me. Wasn't perfect physically, in particular. Now, that doesn't just go away. It usually begins with puberty for a girl, when suddenly you have to fit in and be popular. And it doesn't just disappear. You can go through life, and as I did, many marriages, thinking, if I really reveal myself in my entirety, I won't be lovable. I'll have to only show up with what's perfect. But nobody's perfect. We're not meant to be perfect. It took me a long time to learn that. We're supposed to be complete and whole. And you can't be whole if you're trying to be perfect. Mm-hmm. Doing a life review helped me get over the disease to please and the feeling that I was supposed to be perfect. And what happens when you arrive at that place, if you work at it, is you're much more capable of intimacy. Intimacy requires self-revelation. And if you're scared to reveal your whole self, because your self is yucky, it's hard to truly be intimate. And that's why I think that when we get older, true intimacy is more possible and more profound.
Mm-hmm. What other kinds of damage can occur from this perfectionism? I know you've spoken about battling eating disorders. Do you think that's part of it?
No one knows absolutely why so many girls and boys suffer from eating disorder, but I think part of it has to do with wanting to be perfect. And I know that was the case for me. And then it becomes a disease that kind of takes over your life. Talk about intimacy. You can't really experience intimacy if you're an addict of any kind.
Mm-hmm. How do you quiet that little voice in your head? How can women move beyond it?
Well, I just went cold turkey. It's not what I would advise someone to do. I was in my mid-40s, and I realized if I continue with this addiction of mine, I was a bulimic, I will not be able to continue doing my life, because the older you get, the more damage it does. It takes longer to recover from a binge. It was very hard. I started the workout studio, and that helped me a lot, gain the sense that I had some control over my body. Were I to do it over again, I would join a 12-step program. Mm-hmm. And because I think doing it in a group and doing it that way would have made it easier.
You made the decision at age 72, I believe, to have plastic surgery. Why, and are you glad?
Well, yes, I am glad. I got tired of not looking like how I feel. I feel pretty terrific, and I always look tired. And
you look terrific, I should add.
Thank you. So, I thought, well, why not try to look more like how I feel? Plus, I'm an actress, so I thought this will buy me some more time.